I got my mic tangled up. But before I fix my mic, hold up. I didn't say welcome to the library. I didn't say welcome to English Class 101. I said welcome to the Eureka Poets Cafe, where for 50 years we have been, well, next year will be 50 years. 50 years we are going to be around. We are known around the world. We are fighting gentrification. We have survived so many generations. We have survived the pandemic, and not many organizations can say that. You are in the house that Miguel Agarin built, where poetry is treated like a concert. So we're gonna try this one more time. Eureka Poets Cafe, make some noise! Oh, shoot. Y'all were louder and you had stamina. I love it. I love it. Welcome to the hybrid open mic. I will be your host for the evening. My name is Advocate of Wordz. I am a performing poet, a teaching artist who teaches kids how to talk their way out of detention and manipulate their parents. And I'm also the program manager here at the cafe. I have been doing this for over 20 years now, which is crazy. Because I know I only look 21. I appreciate all of y'all saying that and thinking that about me. I appreciate that. So, the hybrid open mic. It's called hybrid because we are going to have our performers here on the stage and they are going to be rocking out and giving you their all, right? Our poets, our artists who come up here today, they literally and figuratively cut open a main artery in their soul and put it in their work. And they're going to get on this stage and inspire us and entertain us. And then the other part of our open mic is going to be joining us via Zoom from across the world. We have a community across the world that we have built with our online open mics that I'm incredibly proud of, and I'm happy to have them be part of this open mic tonight. So, before we get in, I do ask that you please take out your smartphone, your dumb phone, your just getting by in light phone, and please turn it off or put it on pleasure mode. Pleasure mode, vibrating. Let's get with it, people. We are at an open mic here at the Eureka Poets Cafe. We do have a bar if you want to go get your drinks. The jokes will get much better that way. So, our poets are going to come up and they've got three, or not just poets, we may have musicians, we may have comedians. Oh, you fixed it for me. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate it. What's your name? Jacob. Everyone give it up for Jacob. Yeah! Jacob, you were raised correctly. He doesn't even work here. He paid to come see this show, and he's like, oh, y'all need help? I'm my help. Didn't even ask. I appreciate you very much, Jay. Jacob, how old are you? You're 19. Okay, so, Jacob, you can't legally drink alcohol, but we do have, no. Oh, water. All right, so, I do have wine and beer for those of people who are of age to go get it. But Jacob, if you're gonna get another water or juice or soda, it's on me, okay? For helping me out. Thank you one more time. Give it up for Jacob. We're big on community here, and I love it when the audience is interactive or when they help and we didn't even ask, okay? So listen, I know you came to enjoy your show, but I am gonna give you homework tonight. And your homework tonight is, because we are about building community. Tonight, before you leave and go on for the rest of your life, make sure that you meet at least one person you've never met before. One stranger tonight you are to meet. You don't have to give all, your social security number. You don't have to give them your social media. You don't have to give them anything. But you just to meet and speak with one person you've never met before tonight. And you are to do that because we are big on building community. And for those of you who say, well, I don't know if I have anything in common with people in here. How do I know who to talk to? Well, we all have one thing in common tonight. We're all going to experience this show tonight. We are going to be together tonight. So make sure you speak with at least one person you haven't met before. We are going to treat this like church, right? We know how they do in church, right? Peace be with you. Peace be with you. All right, we're going to do, what's the Yankees score? Well, the Yankees aren't playing right now, but they are in the playoffs. Any Met fans in the building?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Thank you very much.
The Nuyorican Poets Cafe is a tolerant organization. We allow Boston Red Sox fans and New York Met fans in here, okay? I got a lot of respect for New York Met fans because I have seen them struggle for a long time, and for them to still root for their team, that is loyalty. I got a lot of respect for it. You know, I'm a Yankees fan, and I haven't seen them win a World Series in I think like 13 years, and I'm losing my mind. Every day I have to convince myself, stay alive, it's okay, it's only 13 years. So, yeah, we have taken care. Oh, I need to introduce some important people tonight. Listen, folks, I'm on this stage because over the years I have become really good at being an attention whore. Look at me, look at me, look at me. That is why I get to do what I do. My ego is big, but it's not just me who makes tonight possible. So I'm gonna make sure I recognize the people behind the scenes who are making tonight possible. Like my DJ, my producer, my man who's making sure everyone's gonna look good on this stage and sound good on this microphone and look good in the video camera. Please give it up in the DJ booth for Ron Mark Thompson, our producer. Give it up to him. Appreciate you, Ron. Also want to give a shout out because listen, we're all adults. I am going to ask everyone before you leave to take your garbage with you. And even though I said that, some of you are not going to. Just like our show right before this, some people did it. And that means we need someone to do the dirty work. We need someone who's going to make sure that the cafe is ready for shows and is put together and the brick and mortar stands together. And tonight, our maintenance manager is Huey. In the back, give it up for my man, Huey. But do me a favor, do not talk to him until after the show. Because the dude has a wealth of knowledge and you're gonna wanna keep talking to him and then you're gonna miss the show, all right? So after the show, you go speak with him and be like, I heard you got a wealth of knowledge. Impress me right now, all right? You can go do that, but after the show, okay? And he will impress you. I also want to give it up for our house manager, who's a visual artist, a tattoo artist. You may see throughout the show that he is in the back and he is writing things down. And not only is he a visual artist and our house manager, he has his own show here. The last Saturday of the month, October 29th, he's got his show called Body of Arts. And in Body of Arts, there are people painting canvases, and then they're painting models, and then they got all these like really awesome artists who come in and perform. And we're going to be celebrating Halloween during that show. And we are going to be having, well, I'm not, I keep singing we like I'm part of it. It's not my show, but screw it, it's a good show. We are going to have a zombie fashion show on October 29th. So if you are around, make sure that you're here. If you want more information on it, speak with my house manager who's in the back. Give it up for Ralph. And seriously, before you leave, you got to see whatever he's drawing because he just started it now. He's a fantastic artist. And if you want a tattoo, make sure you speak with him too. And if you want to go to the show, speak with him too. Okay, let's keep it moving. Next coming up that I need to mention is the most important person in the room. It's not myself. I so want to say it's me. I really do. I want to say it's me, but it's not. The most important person in the room is from the Bronx, where I'm from, but I'm still not talking about me, okay? The most important person in the room has a gorgeous beard. So is mine, but I swear I'm not talking about me. The most important person in the room, his name is Kenny, and he is our bartender. Give it up for our bartender, Kenny! Make sure you go speak with Kenny. I swear to God, the jokes get so much better the more you go and you hang out with him. All right, put some lights. There we go. There we go. Also, I want to shout out someone who's incredibly important to me who is here tonight, and he has never seen this show live. He's seen me perform live before, but he's never seen this show live. Where is he? Is he hiding? Where is he at? Where is he? Upstairs? Oh, he is upstairs. I see him. Up there in the rafters, that is not a ghost you see. That is a real human being who's a fantastic skateboarder. He is a fantastic baseball player. He's an incredibly smart 12-year-old, and he is awesome and important to me because he is my son, Letters. Give it up for Letters! First time he's at a hybrid show. And of course, I'm Wordz, so he's Letter, wink, wink, I'm a poet. Okay, so I think I have covered everything concerning that. I do ask, too, that I do want you to go to the bar. We have a bathroom backstairs and two upstairs. Let me repeat that. I swear I haven't started drinking yet, but I will later. We have a bathroom in the back near the entrance, and we have two upstairs. I do ask that you do go to the bar. I do ask that if you need to go to the restroom, you can. I do ask that if you need to call to make sure that the babysitter is still alive, you totally can. But when our performers are on stage, I ask that you don't do that. When I'm on stage, no problem. Do what you gotta do. Stretch your legs. Have your, your cigarette or your funny cigarette. Whatever. No judgment, right? But when the poets are on stage, make sure that you're staying up here. So I believe I have covered, one last thing I didn't cover. Afterwards, we got an after party. How awesome is that? We did an open mic with an after party. Damn right. That's how we do here. And it is a karaoke after party. But it's not just a karaoke after party. It's going to be a costumed after party karaoke or karaoke after party costume. However you want to put it. Either way, if you forgot your costume, don't worry, you can still rock out. And that is hosted by my man coming all the way from New Jersey. Give it up for Paul Con Queso. So, with that being said, and if you bought your ticket for hybrid and you're here in hybrid, you're free to stay for the after party, okay? If you call your friends and tell them, no, the after party's free, it's not free for them if they don't come to hybrid. They will have to pay $10. But for all of you, because you are the smart and good-looking ones who got here on time, you get a free ticket. With that being said, Ron, can we actually show the people on Zoom? I want to get to the people on Zoom because we have some people on Zoom who are coming on to rock, who are watching you. If you enjoyed tonight's show and you want to watch it again, you can look up New Rican Poets Cafe on YouTube and you could re-listen to the poem. So I think let's get straight into the Zoom first, right? Because they have been waiting patiently. And the first person that I want to bring up, listen, she is one of the sweetest people in our community. But she has one of the scariest names. Her name is Tara. That's not even her poetry name. That is like her real name. That's like on her birth certificate. Tara Lee. Tara, can I quickly get a mic check from you so we can make sure that you are plugged in?
Testing 1, 2. Can you hear me?
We hear you. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Tara Lee!
Hey everybody, I am Tara Lee. I'm gonna show off my business card for you guys. You can check me out at taralee.com. That is TERRALEIGH.com. Once again, TERRALEIGH.com. I'm coming all the way from Chesapeake, Virginia, so this is awesome. I got 2 poems for you guys from my new book, The Girl on the Swings, Transparency, which you can get on Amazon right now. Check the website and you'll get the links. This first one is called I Never Learned How to Speak. When I was little, some kid tried to take my chips and all I did was clench a fist. In high school, people made fun of my hair, but I just turned away. Some kids found my lyrics and started talking. I sank into my seat until I found my confidence. College was a battleground. More days than others, I was the foreign exchange student people pointed and laughed at. When I spoke to RAs and counselors, none of my words fully translated. Instead of attacking, I hid myself in earbuds and music. No one understood. I never mastered the English language, all the slang and the nuances. Even now, I let my helping hands and facial expressions be my tell-all. I stick close to people I trust and my silence is a punch to the gut. Mama says I'm wearing my heart on my sleeve, but honestly, it's the only way I know how to speak. That's that first one. I've got one more for you guys, though. And this one is the last one in the book. It's called Called On. When you don't know what to say, raise your hand high. Someone is always watching, and when they pick on you, start from the beginning. Tell them your birthday and the stories your mother repeats, like how you scribbled on paper before you knew what words looked like and read the newspaper upside down. Your favorite shows were Ranma and Sailor Moon, and fictional characters stole your heart before you knew what love was. Tell them how you didn't eat meat unless it was deer, how Zoe Girl was your favorite band, and you actually liked going to school. Tell them how you were laughed at for writing lyrics, how your sixth grade teacher read your notebooks, unable to believe you were just writing. Tell them you were an overachiever with few friends, but could still do fine on your own. Reminisce over the guys you liked, how they rejected you one at a time, but you still kept walking. Testify of how life has been a constant battle, how standing in God's presence is nerve-wracking and you're scared of getting what you want. Just keep narrating up to the time they called on you. Then stop. Let them breathe. Those worth keeping will have stayed for your entire story. Thank you, Nick.
Tara Lee. Isn't that such a scary name, Tara? But she's so sweet. You see how it is. Thank you, Tara. Tara Lee, a mainstay member in our community. All right, let's keep it moving. Next coming up is someone who is a little new to our community, but I think they're going to stick around for the long haul. Can we please get Alex, Amy Kist up there? There they go. All right, Alex, let's get a quick mic check so we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Everyone give it up for Alex, Amy, Kiss. Clap, 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 clap.
Hey, y'all. So this is a poem from hopefully my upcoming collection that I'm working on right now. It's called Phenomena of a Body That Has Never Been Mine, or Becoming Your Own Phantom. When I was 4, I fell off the jungle gym, broke my humerus, and told the story like a joke. 3 days later, the doctor leaned in close and asked why it took me so long to tell someone it hurt. I simply thought it was normal. And the first time I realized I wasn't really in my body, I was sitting in my elementary school cafeteria, looking around and wondering if anyone else felt like they were seeing their lunch from outer space. I know I'm not the only one who's felt this way. And as I sit here now, all I can feel is proud that this worn out Tupperware for my soul survived every torture I have been through, whether self-inflicted or laid upon me like a too large hand-me-down dress from the universe. This body, a wilting flower that I refuse to let die, this body that I hang upside down each night to dry, this body which has been pressed against the pages of my own memoir, crushed by the pressure, enough that it will either live forever or turn to dust. I've learned to love this body, even if I try to escape it sometimes. Yes, the pain still comes, a malignant possession of flesh. And sometimes I am so tired that the contours of my face seem to melt from existence, and I am nothing but vertical lines being dragged toward the earth. But this is when I remember that my body is my home, but you don't have to be home all the time. I launch my awareness into the stratosphere and I see my lunch from outer space. I push this consciousness into the blankets and wrap around to comfort every nerve. Sure, I'm distant from my body, but everything I am made of is recycled in this universe. So maybe it's just that those molecules used to live next to my molecules. And this is their bizarre long distance phone call. Maybe they were lovers longing to once again spend the night. Maybe they draw me out, kissing each unholy inch of my spirit, just to whisper, you cannot live anywhere forever, but darling, my darling, you can live here tonight. Thank you.
Alex, Amy, kiss! You know, there's only one thing about this open mic that we still got to try to work on, right? Our people on Zoom, they don't get to hear everyone's reaction or see everyone's reaction. So Alex, just want to let you know, I heard some oohs and there was snapping going on. I know it's probably real quiet in your apartment or wherever you're at right now, but they were snapping. One more time, give it up for Alex, Amy, So we got a few more Zoom performers, but we're only going to share one more, and then we're going to get some poets on the stage, and we'll return to Zoom. But right now, we are going, listen, folks, I get to walk around here like I'm tough because this dude is part of our community. We call him the General because you will run into a brick wall for him. He is a leader amongst leaders, and that is Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, can we get a mic check so we can make sure we hear you?
How you hear me? How you hear me?
Loud and clear, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Speaker!
All right, let's go. The history of spoken word. In the beginning, there was the word, and that word was spoken. The simple combination of words, baby, and this world was awoken. From Africa, through the Middle East, Europe, Asia, the word touched many places, different languages, cultures, creeds, colors, all of them, the word embraces. Over time, spoken word became dialogues, monologues, and speeches. Later, word grew into plays, movies, storytelling, history, teachers. Once spoken word was joined with music, they formed a lasting combination, providing lyrical enjoyment, exhilaration, and for some complete relaxation. From poetic rhythmic word patterns to celebratory combinations to religious renditions to today's sexual gyration, spoken word is the source from which all things flow. See, thoughts form in your brain and out of your mouth. They must go. That is if you want your thoughts to ever take form or flight. Some people have to put words on paper to edit, and then later they will recite. See, writing is freedom. It's revolutionary. It is a way to relieve and release stress. True writing is fearless because it is completely boundless. To you writers, poets, musicians, authors, elemental, advocate, letters, here is my prayer that I'm sending through. May similes slide off your tongue, and may your metaphors melt those listening to you. May your rhymes ripple as you harden nipples while hitting verbal triples and home runs. May your tongue never be forked and your words never twisted or bit, baby. May you always receive finger snaps while you spit. So shouts out to all my writers and poets listening to me right now. See, I know you carry words in your head like passengers until you write them down. And then once those thoughts are put on paper, it is like your mind has magically been released. That is the very first time that a true writer and poet can actually get some poetic peace. The second time is when that poet takes the mic and those words are spoken or read. So here I am, releasing my words, baby, so I can get peace till the next poem comes into my head in peace.
Mr. Speaker! A scholar and a gentleman. Shout out, thank you, Mr. Speaker, for shouting out my son. You saw that? I saw that he improv right there, a little freestyle. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You can check out his website, Mr. Speaker Inc. wordz.com. Make sure you go check him out, a mainstay member here in our community. All right. Like I said, we're going to get back to the people on Zoom. I want to get some of our poets up here on the stage. All right. Poets, want to remind you, we have a full list. I want to get to everyone in a timely manner. So you got 3 minutes to rock out. Also want to let everyone know that there is no censorship. I probably should have said that early on in the beginning. There is no censorship. So some of my poets may use mommy and daddy language, wink, wink. Or on a more serious note, thank you. At least y'all got it. Thank you. So, on a more serious note, some of our poets may be sharing things that could be triggering and incredibly vulnerable. So, just want to let y'all know the founders of the cafe were really big on creating freedom of speech in this space, and we are continuing on with that tradition. With that being said, let's get our first performer up on this stage. Please put your hands together as Ether comes to the mic. Give it up for Ether, y'all.
Hi, y'all. I'm Ether the Poet. It's a piece I finished like on the train on the way over here, but it's called Pillow Talk about exes. She wielded the words "I love you" like a handgun in a first aid cabinet, like pulling that trigger was an act of healing. Safe as a SpongeBob Band-Aid on a child's paper cut, in her eyes, love was a puzzle, which is to say that each time she uttered those words, I gave away a piece of me to better fit with her. From her lips, love was like Shakespeare. The poison that Hamlet's uncle whispered into the ear of the king, the rusted knife Macbeth plunged into his father's sleeping chest. And you know, as a young artist, I really bought that shit, bought the narrative that love is pain, is work, is wage labor, something I had to earn. And then I met you and learned love was a memory foam pillow, a safe place to lay a weary head, a cupped hands whose gently curled fingers remember the shape of every hill and valley of my body. Love is rest. And that is not a metaphor. Love curls up next to me with a bottle of red and Love Jones on VHS until love falls asleep on my shoulder. Love showers while I brush my teeth, and I thank God for the front row seat I get to the aria that springs from her lips as water plays percussion on the shower floor. Love wets her fingers on my lips, on her lips, to fold the corners of pages in my diary so love can bookmark the poem she loves the most. And yes, love and I argue about things like, is Rakim as skilled as improvisationalist as Coltrane? And was Eddie better in Trading Places or Harlem Nights? So yes, love and I argue, but we don't fight. Because this time love isn't labor, me and love, we just work. And you know, we both work, so even when love has to leave for a moment, she presses a soft kiss on my chest and leaves the door open behind her as if to say, don't worry, just rest. I'll be home soon. Thank you.
Ether! So I see that we got some more people coming in here. I think there's a couple of seats over there that you can check out. I got like 3 or 4 seats over here if you want. Oh shoot, more people coming in for the arts. I love it. So also, all of these poets who are coming up, all these performers who are coming up on the stage, make sure that you speak with them before they leave, right? That could be your one stranger you meet tonight, right? You can meet more than one stranger, by the way, just a minimum of 1. All right, let's keep it moving. Next coming up to the microphone, another mainstay member of the community, representing the Bronx. I was born and raised in the Bronx, so I love the Bronx. And the Bronx also has the Yankees, just reminding you know, my Mets fan here. I'm gonna tease you all night. I hope that's okay with you. You're a Mets fan, you're used to it, right? No, he's like, oh, boo. Watch the Mets start to do really well in the postseason. All of this is recorded on YouTube, and he's gonna email it to me like, remember when you said this? What are you saying now? I will say though, that the Mets' new owner is awesome, but we're not talking about the Mets. We are talking about this poet from the Bronx, a mainstay member of this community. She is always supporting the poets and she always writes, but she's not always sharing. So this is a treat. This is a delight. And she's also nervous. So we need to make a lot of noise to make her even more nervous. Please help me welcome to the stage, Claudia! Clap as she comes to the mic.
Thank you for making me more nervous. Hi, my name is Claudia. It has been a minute. I'm going to share two poems. One, warning, religious trauma, but then I'll brighten it, I promise. Okay. This piece is inspired by the poem Hypothesis by Paul Tran. Paul Tran, I hope you're having a beautiful day today. I questioned if God was real, or as loving as folks said after he took my mother from me. He took a woman who lived her life committed to sharing his goodness and mercy, yet his goodness and mercy were missing in my story. I asked why. I asked how. I asked if I could survive knowing the Creator would demolish his greatest creation for the sake of nothing. If not everything is worthy of a full cycle, even if they commit their full life cycle to his work. What even is that? I can't say. I witnessed too many cycles, ended in pain, ended without reason, ended for the glory of a being who doesn't need us, so why make us? Is it ego or zeal? What's the difference after all? And peace. Thank you. The second one is brighter, I promise. It's a shorty, one of my favorites I've ever written. First time performing it, so extra nervous. This is titled July 5th, 2017. If it rains, don't let it get you down. You grab your traje de baño and dance debajo del aguacero. If it rains, you let go of your fears and hold tight to your faith. If it rains, then there is life. Dance debajo del aguacero. Thank you. You guys can find me on all the social media platforms at cap.writes, CAP.WRITES. Thank you.
Claudia, she is over there at the bar where Kenny is, right? We remember the most important person in the room, Kenny. Get your drink on, not you, but you can get like a soda or juice whenever you want. It's on me. Kenny, Jacob, right? Kenny is Jacob, right? He got a free drink on me, all right? You don't have to now, whenever you want. You see, being a good person pays off. Doing the right thing pays off, all right? So, cool. We've had Ether, we've had Claudia. Next coming to the microphone is, he's got an awesome sweater on, and I'm happy he's wearing the sweater. Because last time he came in a t-shirt and he was looking so much better than me. He was like swole. I was like, you can't come to the show looking like, you can't look better than the host, right? You can't do that. But he did. But I mean, I still like the sweater though, right? But he's hiding the muscles so that I look a little more fit, and I appreciate that. And he's come a far way. He always comes out to our shows, and he comes a far way. He's had his family here, who's fantastic, and they're loud and they whistle. I love it. But we're gonna focus on him right now, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together as we bring Kayvon to the stage. Clap it and come to the mic.
My name is Kayvon. You can find me on Instagram at Kayvon the Poet, and this poem is called Memories. When all is said and done, what will you be remembered for? Will it be for what you love or what you abhor? Let's do our best to have good times with one another. All we have is a compilation of memories from when we last saw each other. Every moment does not have to be perfect, but always make the experience worth it. When it's time for your story to be told, the mystery of your life will unfold. Be free, like an uncaged bird. Let every picture tell a great tale that's worth more than 1,000 words. Let every highlight in your life shine bright with all of its might. We only have one life to live. Let's all have meaningful stories to give. One thing that's definite about life is that our actions are finite, but our impact can be beyond measure. Living a life that fulfills my purpose is what I will always treasure. A life with great anecdotes is worthy to remember. Here is one way to help people heal. Have significant recollections so others won't forget how great you made them feel. In the end, memories are all we've got. Make the next one mean a lot. Thank you.
Game on! Dude, he's rocking the hell out of that sweater, by the way, all right? You can still see, like, yeah, he'd been going to the gym, right? You can still see it. But don't tell, no, you're supposed to say no to make me feel better. But like, nah, what are you talking about? Have you been doing push-up words? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I've been on the baseball field with my kid running around. All right, let us continue on. Next coming up is a gentleman who has been too busy working and paying bills because life is life. He already knows I'm talking about him. He's like, damn, you shouted me out. Yeah, he'd rather pay bills and do what he's supposed to and be a responsible human being and pay his taxes as opposed to come hang out with us. Fortunately for us, he's got the day off, right? Like, you're not fired. We're good, right? Okay. He's got the day off. He's come to hang out with us. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together as Justin Ramsey comes to the mic. Keep clapping as he comes to the stage.
Thank you. Good to be back. I've been getting a lot of flack from Wordz on my open mic, but here we are. I got two quick hits for tonight. The first one is called The Boy Has Died. The boy has died. The boy has died. The boy has died. And yet it was tears of joy that the young man cried, overwhelmed with honor and pride, as he prepped his gear and set off to ride beyond the wall that kept him inside. He now rides freely, having been tried and not denied. He passes through the gates into the northern cold. He sees the amber leaves adorn the weirwood trees of old. Their faces witness to stories untold, waiting to see what's next to unfold. He stops by the great weirwood and dismounts, Longclaw at his hip, as he begins to recount on his path from a snow to a king to a free man, battle-tested and prepared to explore new lands. Who am I really, John or Aegon? Perhaps both, perhaps neither, with the realms of men gone. I pray for the mother's mercy as I continue on and begin to write my own life song. With heart and mind clear, the man rises to his feet, climbs his horse and takes his seat. With ghosts by his side and the free folk fleet, he rides on to his own destiny and his next great feat. As you can see, I've been waiting for House of Dragon to come out. I've been missing my Game of Thrones. This next one I wrote this afternoon. It's very much rough draft. Working title is called 80 Proof Poison. She's a Kentucky brewed spirit, sexy but satiric. Honey Jack sweet but hard like Harlow lyrics. Her words will cut you deep if you ain't strong enough to hear it. She's a Delta Theta Psi. She'll alpha any guy who's less than damn prolific. She's poison, 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 but the good kind. The toxic type that frees my mind and hard for me to leave behind. She's a top shelf diva, does hair for Dua Lipa. Probably not a keeper, but the type I'll lose some sleep for. I sip her 80 proof lips, the ones below her hips. A liquid lunch of her rum punch got me fucking ripped. Pussy drunk, I'm spending chips on bags and weekend trips. She's poison, 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 but the good kind. The toxic hype that frees my mind and hard for me to leave behind. Early morning hangovers in an empty bed. Are you good texts that get left on read. Paranoid thoughts stirring in my head. Did she only love me for a slice of my bread? Addicted as predicted, I try my best to kick her so I can focus on myself and paint the bigger picture. But like a lush without his daily dose of liquor, separate from my fix, I feel 1,000 times sicker. She's poison, 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 but the good kind. The toxic type that frees my mind and hard for me to leave behind. Thank you.
Justin Ramsey. Paying his bills, paying his taxes. Well, he got his eye on the lady, so don't slide into his DMs. All right, let's keep it moving. Next coming to the mic is another mainstay member of this community. Okay, and she is a published author and the editor of an anthology. Please help me welcome to the stage the person we affectionately know called as the Beanie God. It is Beanie weather, so she's back in full force. Give it up for Deadpan Lizzie.
Thank you. Yeah, I know it's beanie season, right? Beanie blessings.
Hey.
Thank you. If you're interested in learning more about me, IGES_Strauss. So I'm actually not going to share anything I wrote tonight. He mentioned I am the curator and editor of the Out Loud LGBTQ anthology for Editor Books. I have copies available if you want one. Sadly, we lost one of our contributors this week. Her name was Donna Snyder. She was an incredible artist, poet, creator of the platform Wordz for 27 years, and we miss her very much. So I'm going to read her poem in the book. It's called The Desiccated Shroud, Nothing But Ash. I can see it, I can't see. There we go. Okay, there we need some light. She stands on tiptoe on top of a listing chair, hair in her mouth dirty as the air in her lungs. A floor wobbles as she hears something fall. The smell of despair unmistakable as gravity. She wriggles in rice, worms in a corpse. The desert dappled with shadow under a dying sun. She counts all her sins while following her breath. Clouds her only witness, neither care nor stare. Her blessings undone in a moment of damp light. Everything in the desert wields thorn or teeth. The desert does not end at her locked front door. The sky on the floor tainted with rusted-colored dust. She digs through a drawer filled with meaning without meaning, finds the remains of a life of a man she once knew, a 10-inch machete in sheath, rawhide gloves. Her skin will die before the gloves wear thin. The gloves become in handy wrestling knuckle. Prickly pear fruit hid magenta water, blood on her hands, dying heart on a plate. Hidden struggle in terminal life and strife. So that's Donna Snyder's poem. Thank you. Like I said, that's Donna Snyder's poem amongst 50 contributors who are proud LGBTQ people around the world. I just want to say, Donna, we miss you dearly. Thank you for everything you did for the artist, poetry community, the El Paso community. She was a big supporter of the Nuyorican, Children Nuyorican. Thank you for creating Wordz. That's been going on for 27 years and it's going to continue, so please check them out. And everything you did for LGBTQ community. She was a proud bisexual woman and poet. So may your memory be a blessing and rest in poetry. Thank you.
Deadpan Lizzie. That's why I love something I love about the community is that within our community, it's not just about wanting to be heard and writing, but we are connoisseurs of poetry and we get to learn the people who are in our community and we want to honor them. So one more time, please give it up for Deadpan Lizzie. So, let us go to Zoom. Oh yeah, it's up here. Ooh, it is up here. So next coming up is actually someone I'm not familiar with. Are they ready, Ron? Is Guy ready? I hope I'm saying their name right.
Asking to oh, here we go. Okay.
Oh, there we go. Let's unmute them. Am I saying, first of all, let's get a mic check. Can we hear you?
Can you hear me?
I'll try it again.
Can you hear me?
Oh, okay, there we go, there we go. So am I saying your name right? Is it Guy?
Was Jenna May, Gye.
Oh, Jenna May.
Yeah.
Jenna May. Oh, okay, my bad. I heard that you were friends with a gentleman named Mr. Speaker. Is that true?
Absolutely, brother. Most
Yo,
definitely.
Mr. Speaker is good people, so I'm sure that you are good people's brother. Where are you located?
Well, we're located in the 757 here in Hampton Roads, Virginia. I am 1/5 of the Verbbender Slam team out here. So yeah, definitely excited to be here, and thank you so much for the for letting me come in and do the thing. I love doing the
Thank
thing.
you for rocking with us, yo. And Virginia got a nice slam team, and yo, Virginia is still about their area codes. See, once you said 757, I knew what you meant. Just like anyone, when I say 212, people know what's meant by 212. 757 Virginia. All right, Jeremy, it's a pleasure to meet you, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as Jeremy gets ready to rock for us. The floor is yours, brother.
When will he release the ignorant man in him, shed skin like paper mannequin, fold hate into a lantern, then transcend into a light, shining love on his brethren. But I thought I told you that I won't stop. Listen, cuz, don't believe the hype. I thought I told you that I won't stop. Jenna May landed off the mic on Zoom. Like any mic open, it's mine. I mime like 20 flicks as you waste time trying to figure me. Download my layer like onionogre.org intricacy like the philosophy of Shrek's donkey. See, the first layer of speech splits you like vertigo spinning. Entering at your cuticles, moving slow through your marrow. I barrel into your bones. I'm a lace blade. Embedded deeply underneath your epidermis into you dizzy. See, behind my mental menage, be a militant entity mixed with amenities, mixed with the amenities of avidities, entities. I'm gonna show you what it's like when I be supreme, being like Kai the King, because I am one. Mortals embroidering my royalty like interlacing subjected spools of souls. Spun the thread that's flow that can't be sold. Antique road showed or appraised by verbal accolades. Pay cash like a finder's fee because I ain't free. I am never ending. A consecutive tour of duty to Brady. A consecutive tour of duty daily to brief with inspired instructions like devotions where mental notion make motion, voting on verbal potions, potents. Give it to them raw. Where it's not sugar coated like frosty frozen. This fit latex like a Trojan, whole like I'm always open, transparent. Meaning you see through me until I change your perception. See me rasking, see me mad, see me masquerading like a walking angel, partly deceptive I am. A sheep-clothed king, lifted by queens who wear their integrity like dignity. They be the epitome of the anti-ignorant thinking, like the notion that intimacy can't exist outside of ecstasy, like grown girls believe. You know, the ones that breed the bastardized children. Beep, beep, check out the bragging baggers of government-given benefits. Consciously see the celebrated degradation. The truth ain't hidden, the message just written, so it's missing them. Somebody catch the quick tangent I'll gladly take in a piece I dedicated to me. See, my driven purpose is to find the hidden hurting and heal through this testimony I call poetry. It just so happens that spit stanzas, rhyme rhythms to meter and beat hard heads like bam, bam, swing similes like truth attached metaphors. So samurai sharp, I expose the white meat can't be beat when it makes synapses salivate with sweet water endorphins, rotten thoughts after overeating verbal treats. When I spit, I be like, blah. Ask them where they do that at. Any Zoom where I'm at, any spot that I'm at, check the life in my passion, constantly thrashing the madness of cats thinking they surpassing the crap when I'm statically spazzing. No, competition no happening, battling a ravenous word, spitting dragon. I mean, word wizard working with word perfect magic. I mean, I'm forged in religious fashions like a practiced wordsmith's habit. I mean, watch me collapse in contraptions as I force the necks of mics to bend. Virtually blazing stages, virtually blazing stages. So my fellow artists can go in. So in every moment, go in. Switch to a motive, interrogative questions so I can stop, rewind, record, play. Ask my question, what the fuck is y'all waiting on? They never heard the initial message. That was the actual poem. Spit it back for them. That was just a when will he? Release the ignorant man in him. Shed skin like a paper mannequin, fold hate into a lantern, then transcend into a light shining love on his brethren. When will he being me? When will he being you? When will he being we? When will we transcend the ignorant man in him, shed skin like a paper mannequin, fold hate into a lantern, then transcend into a light shining love on his peace, y'all. Thank you. 757 Virginia. I am Jename Soldier. I am Bada Bong Boom on Instagram. Thank you so much. And I have my first book coming out, Pots. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Yay.
I don't know if you heard that, Jeremy, but they were letting you know that you messed up. And you messed up because they said that you're one of us, which means that every time we have a hybrid, I don't care what you're doing. You cannot pull a Justin Ramsey and tell me you're going to pay your bills and you're working. You need to hang out with us. That was awesome. Give it up for him one more time, y'all. I was like, why you turn your camera off when we're giving you love, man? He was like, what, I messed up? What? Yeah, you got to be with us now. Every second Saturday of the month, we do hybrid, right? And at first, right, so, you know, behind the scenes, I'm working, I'm going back there and speaking with my producer, making sure we're ready for the next stuff. And I'm like, I'm listening to his poem, and I'm like, oh, crap, we got technical difficulties. Now what? Because, you know, he was stuttering and all that, and it was just him out there. That was fire. That was fire, brother. First time I got to hear him. So it's going to be tough to follow that. And as a good host, you never want anyone to have to follow that. But I do have someone who's awesome. I do have a pro who knows what he's doing and will be able to do that. And he is out on the left coast. My man Elemental, can we get a mic check, brother?
What's good, good people? What's good?
Loud and clear, coming to us from the Matrix via the left coast, San Francisco. Also, I want to let y'all know that I host a Monday night online open mic, which helped build this hybrid up. And whenever that I can't, for whatever reason, host, this man right here jumps in and has my back. But he's not here to host today. He's here to light it up and fire. And brother, I promise you, I love you. I root for you. I'm sorry you have to follow Jeremy, but like I believe in you. I believe you're gonna do it. Elemental, let the folks know where they can. Oh wait, forget that. We're just gonna hear your poems. I gotta make sure everyone gives you love. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Elemental.
Listen, truly appreciate y'all. Listen to every poet who came before me and after. I truly, truly appreciate y'all energy. Y'all truly, truly make this thing work. Shout out to Advocate, one of the dopest hosts. Shout out to the First Lady. Shout out Jenna May. Jenna May's a beast. Listen, Jenna May's a monster. Shout out the Verb Benders, man. Listen, this is what we do. All right. This is some new shit for y'all real quick, man. This is unbearable. What is the weight of a star in galaxies where tragedy lives around corners and alleyways that praise law and order like iced tea on sweltering summer plantation days where work times blur borders of magic and chemistry? I'm not strong enough to hold this fabricated foundation together, not Samson nor Atlas. Let this labyrinth crumble. And every bit of broken dreams flowing in veins of vain pains of twisted reflections that keep color just outside of exposure. And dark rooms leave negatives undeveloped, call it projects, underdeveloped, but always seems to be under construction. Same potholes and bullet holes, same rat traps and gun claps, no reenactments for battles won and lost in claims of territory, a civil war on foreign shores never claimed in names of our ancestors, but we defend with these hands, with destructive ideas planted in gardens called classrooms. I'm not strong enough, not incredible, nor Ferrigno, no Ferragamo, rap steps to tippy toe, the gritchy green straight out of your holiday red bottoms or tops, or prescription induced belief that a merry pimp brings his hoes to the hood and makes it out with all those bags of cheer. But we're savage and uneducated. I'm not strong enough. Not Atlantean nor vow of silence can't hold this air in my lungs that rips at my desire to spare my throat the fire. My tongue continues to conjure, make me flamethrower, spit accelerant, so patois, stay gone with the wind in your imitation of life, and still vicious in your fallacy of a reality. I'm not strong enough to not breathe this ether, be my brother's keeper, keep bullets from chambers or judges from benches that end lives with extreme prejudice, wicked branches from evil trees, make flatline executive decision for stay of legislative execution. No justice of peace, no justice or peace of American pie will be anything more than tasteless as bounce checks with invisible ink aftertaste served on silver-plated platters of jurisprudence, make nuisance delicacy worthy of carrying Victoria's Secret like FedEx from State Farm to Big Pharma, Comcasting madness that black is anything other than beautiful. I'm not strong enough to carry this silence past this moment. From henceforth, all you will hear are crackling embers of revolution. May the fire of truth rage its way to you. Peace, y'all.
Elemental! Make sure you check out that brother's website. When you spell elemental, you take the T out, you put in the number 2, elemental.com. Brother, thank you so much for holding this community down. Much appreciated. Can't wait to get you over here to the state. I tell him that all the time. He needs to come to New York City like right now. Elemental, y'all. One more time, give it up for him. So we got one more person we're gonna go to on Zoom, and then we got some more people we're gonna get here on the stage, and we've got some treats for you. Oh my God, I'm looking forward to it. Next, coming up from all the way upstate, she came down with her and her hubby last month and partied with us. Okay, oh, did we get her up? Oh, is she ready, Ron? Did she turn her camera off? Christy Scribbles, where you at? Up there, Christy Scribbles. Christy, let's get a mic check.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sis. The mic is yours. Give it up for Christy Scribbles, y'all.
Yes, so glad to be here. I'm the Poetry Alchemist. I believe that the words are the spells, and I had such a fun time there in person, and I'm glad to be here tonight. Okay, here we go. I pull the knife back and forth. I pull the knife back and forth. No, not I, them. Yes, them, not me, but me. Not me, but me. Because we women, all women, and those who identify as such, we must stand united. They have always divided us by the history that they told and tell and sell, the buy and sell of the big lie that Mary wasn't Jesus' go-to guy, that the divinest eye of the feminine wasn't a part of the anything, didn't give birth to the everything. So this, the imbalance brings. It brings us into the happiness that we feel. And so we must stand up together in the fight for the right to just exist how we want to just live how we want to, and express ourselves how we want to. So in these moments of women, of girls cutting hair and standing and fighting, we must all stand, we must all fight and bleed and push and not back down to the ground where secrets are found inside the horrors of the ties when the women realize the lies and the way of the deny of it all and the why it never made any fucking sense, because the balance was lost, the divine feminine the cost, and our intuition and our tenacity and our gentleness and badassery memory, and the flowing and the knowing of the pain of the cycles and the birth. Where is the worth? Who wore the curse of the crown of the life and the system that deny so many a chance at life? We must stand and fight. We must pull out the knife and cut and bleed and stand and fight. All women must unite. All women must unite. Thank you.
Christy Scribbles. You can hear it in her voice, like she gives a fuck, right? Like she didn't just write that to be like, look at me, I'm woke, I'm shit. Like you can hear it in her voice, like that really means something for her. One more time, please give it up for Christy Scribbles, yeah. A mainstay member of this community. All right, let us get back to the stage, to the poets who are going to be coming up here. It is, oh no, I know who it is. I know what it is. So, just want to let y'all know about this brother who's coming up here, right? He's also part of like our online open mic. When he writes his poems, I think of Doctor Strange. You know, the Doctor Strange, Marvel and whatnot. So, you know, when he leaves into the astral form, his soul leaves and goes into the astral plane. I feel like that this is what this brother does. He leaves his corporal form, goes into the astral plane and writes his poems and comes back. He is phenomenal. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage, Messiah. Clap as Messiah comes to the mic.
Hi everyone. So my name is Messiah, as Advocate just told you, and I'm going to read 2 poems for you all today. And the first is about a theological concept called panentheism. And that's the concept that speaks to the idea of God being one with the universe as well transcending it. And this is my reflection on how I would stand in the presence of a divinity were I to believe in it. My search to alleviate the unspoken decrepitude from perceived sin, besmirching my internal richness, there comes an osmosis of beauty itself, where God's value transfigures myself, and myself lies still, and his grace is transcendent. God and I are one. Our journey for our indelible lucidity to make affluent the balance of spirit within and without. From a climate of barren acrimony, claims me from a place I thought remote to you. Now I stand enamored of a resurrection I feel closely, my new beginning in the darling breath of my approaching revelation. The I believed I knew now ascends from the bowels of preponderant degradation, where my heart begs a final question before the whisper of infinite disclosure of myself to ourself becomes the besotted cry rising to decimate my subjective disequilibrium. What am I to do now that I feel your appeal, a bond already set in my skin and blood? Now that I have left behind the ferocious silences of isolation, my soul more amorous, to revel in the presence of your circumferential acuity, from whence was lost everything. You are newly born within, communicating within me a benefaction to deform the constraints of my broken solitude. With you I leave behind the destitution of my dissipated grasp. With you I meet the present as infinite stillness, amen of simply being. With you I stand transfixed of the world, my mortal hue in your sententious grace, this palpable now, which is the maiden heaven beseeching to be seen in her ether. The Gospel of Thomas says, the kingdom of the Father is spread upon the earth and men do not see it. And my perspective alters from within my recondite depths, and the mystery of your immanence becomes more apparent as inquiry. If you and I are one soul, how do I begin to surrender? Is my pain your pain? Is my joy your joy? Will my hidden self be yours to tell? And when my love is your love, will our self be the abundance of paradise? A universal soul carrying the world between us lightly, all the universe, a sea of diamonds shared between us? all of us coming to the sanctuary of peace in our true bidden self, truest unity, as serene as you are life itself, as loved as you are love itself. And this is the second poem. This is the second poem. It's about falling in love with the goddess. It's called Bathing in the Evening Light. Your body that guides the moonlight from the heavens to the surface of the mountains and onto the sea, in the night air caressing your luminous skin, from the parted lips and breath that endows this evening with its exquisite soul, as you stand perfectly uncorrupted by my inquiet desire, your smile tempting, yet dangerously suggesting the edge of the world, begs for a witness. As you bathe in the rivers of lucid charity, no goddess but you, as though you were not being watched, can commune and echo, though no thought or knowledge can grasp, the unity of truest word, truest beauty. From afar I whisper love, and there is justice for my soul, where the simplest touch and only a gaze will banish mortal acrimony, as you summon with your benign song my being now pacified, newly bewitched. Your mortal guise seems the body of a mere woman, but your eyes are immortal souls going to rest in the night, and your voice is heaven's ambrosia. Does she know that she is divine? Does her song carry the wisdom of self-knowledge? Does it carry the knowledge of my being? I am absolute, in her thrall. I can do nothing but dream, and of her, in her evening, taking my soul to its sanctuary, its rest. Thank you.
Messiah! Cool leather jacket too. So y'all know, like, when you sign up or you download a new app and you have to agree to the terms and you don't read it because it's boring, you just go all the way up and you click agree, right? Like, you know, no one wants to read that, right? Messiah got the kind of voice that if he was to read that, we would all listen to it for an hour. Read it again, Messiah, read it again. One more time, give it up for Messiah, y'all. The mainstay member of our community. I'm happy that he also comes to the cafe. We were introduced to him through our online community. We do online open mics on Mondays and Thursdays, newregan.org. Go check it out. But right now, we're going to pay attention to this next artist because I don't even know who she is. But she came in here with all this good energy and she's like, I'm going to do the damn thing. Who's your DJ? I got some music that I need to play. I was like, I love it. I love it because normally in an open mic, and I understand, you get a lot of people who are like a little timid, right? Like, just to let y'all know, real quick, let y'all know. Scientists have done studies all across the world, asking people, what is the scariest thing in the world? Number 2 on that list is death. People are afraid of dying, afraid of killing someone, afraid of someone they love dying, right? That's number 2 on the list. Number 1 on the list is this right here, public speaking, right? So as the old joke goes, right? I didn't make up this joke, it's been around for a while. At a funeral, people would rather be in the casket than giving the eulogy. They were more afraid of speaking in public than they are of death. Okay, so I love it when people have this energy and they set the tone. They're like, no, I'm a rocket, I'm ready to go. When I teach my students about performance poetry, I always tell them, you don't wait for people to form their opinion about you. You give them the opinion that you want them to have of you. And I have no idea who this woman is, but I didn't have a chance to form an opinion because she gave me the opinion she wants me to have, and I'm all amped about it. So, without further ado, I hope I didn't make you too nervous by amping it up. Please help me welcome to the stage, Brown Sugar! Clap as she comes to the mic.
How y'all doing? This is just something short that I wrote from a collection of pieces that I've written to myself and now to share with you all. I call them love letters. Thoughts of a bird can be a reason why they flock together. This we'll never know. Maybe it's the same reason why misery loves company. Or is it the possibility of becoming spiritually inclined by soaking up all of the energy of someone that appears to be vulnerable? What happens to those who are fooled by the interior vulnerability? Those who are fighting daily in the spiritual world that has gained them strength that their kind can never acquire. Sometimes I wonder, what happens to those people? Are they now fighting you spiritually? They don't even know they're fighting God. I found myself fighting some of the people that I love most in the spiritual realm. Sometimes it's like, well, damn, you're the last person I think I see here. There they stand, just staring at you now, pleading, because they know they'll never win. God's child, is it? You called it, I didn't. Why would you believe that you can steal from me when he is more than willing to share with you? Let me tell you about them non-believers. The people who see you doing fleshly things that confuses you with worshiping the enemy. I am only human. They see your blessings and wonder, where did all that come from? Baby, you don't even know that every second of our 24 hours, I am getting closer to our Father. He is blessing me according to what he has for me. Maybe talk to him and he'll show you yours. All these dark lost souls with God as a facade. You think we're in hell already. Peace.
Keep giving it up for Brown Sugar. The people have claimed it. Brown Sugar, you too done messed up. Because now you're going to have to be at Hybrid every month. They have claimed you as one of us. Give it up for Brown Sugar, y'all. So next coming to the mic. Listen. The reason I say in the beginning about some of my poets will use mommy and daddy language, right? I warned you in the beginning is because of this poet. But every time I talk about him doing the poems like that, he flips it on his head and then he shares this really heartfelt, vulnerable poem. That's why we call him the wild card, because I have no idea what he's going to come up here and do. He's either going to do something that's going to, embarrass Jesus, or he's going to come up here and he's going to make everyone feel like we need a group hug right now. So we call him the wild card. He is from the Lower East Side, but he lives up in Buffalo. So this man took a long trip to hang out with us, and he tends to do it every month, and we love him for it. Please put your hands together as The Withdrawn comes to the stage.
Y'all can follow me at thewithdrawn.com, or y'all can find me at home with my dick in hand, scrolling through Instagram. Slurping saliva all over them thirst traps, girl. It's hard for me not to want to pull out this meat and thirst trap. She tells the boy, you always know the right stuff to say. Thanksgiving is not for another few months. But it still doesn't mean you can't take a day like July 26th to stuff your face.
Hey now.
I'll take an auntie, mama, or grandmother, so put the kids to bed like Advocate says. And then I can put my kids in your warmer. Bake the dick to perfection, honey. If you let me, I will braid the fuck out of them intestines. Feel the back of that pussy like you asked. I might push so far and I end up poking out your ass. Spit in your mouth and spit a poem about you while I'm in it. Shorty super savage saying she rather me hit to all my pieces about other bitches. Would I be wrong though if I pictured another face? Framed it all over the four corners of my mind, making it hard for me to escape. could role play and say a different name just for the fun of it. Or call me withdrawn and I'll let it slide even though you forgot the in front of it. I know them photos make everything pop out like a blister. Wild shit, I wanted you and I was redirected to holler at your sister. No doubt my thoughts probably would have been future approved. Like, damn, why can't this be the one time I have both cakes and am able to eat them too? Friends know when I come over, they gotta shop for extra. And if I don't have 4+ plates, there must definitely be something messed up. Your moms will say, no, this is not my daughter. But with all due respect, she was a freak way before I started to Dora the Explorer. If only I could swipe you out the gram and map the exact location I'm trying to visit your interior at. You could sing along to the backpack song too. Like anything that you might need, I got inside for you. Well, that till that day comes, all I can do is scroll on your page and tap that, tap that, tap that, tap that. Thank you.
I warned them, right, Jacob? I warned everyone about, right? I warned him. Now I gotta go home and explain to my kid, Daddy, what does he mean braid his intestines? I don't know. He wants to become a surgeon. He wants to become a doctor, stay in school. One more time, give it up for the withdrawn. All right. Let's attempt to make this part a family event, all right? This part right here. Coming to the stage is an incredibly talented woman who's coming all the way from London. She lives in New York City right now. And in fact, I know the address that she lives at because I live at the same address. She is getting her master's in law at Columbia University. It's very serious. She's about to make a serious name for herself. And she is gifted and talented in so many ways. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage the beautiful, the talented, my girlfriend, Mariella! Give it up for Mariella! Keep clapping, keep clapping, keep clapping!
So today I'm going to be singing a little musical theatre. I don't normally perform at Hybrid, as everyone knows, but today's special because Letters is here, so you better not walk out. All right, Ron, when you're ready. Now I'm all alone again, nowhere to turn, nowhere to go to. Without a home, without a friend, without a face to say hello to. Now the night is near, and I can make believe he's here. Sometimes I walk alone at night while everybody else is sleeping. I think of him and then I'm happy with the company I'm keeping. The city goes to bed, and I can live inside my head. On my own, pretending he's beside me. All alone, I walk with him till morning. Without him, I feel his arms around me, and when I lose my way, I close my eyes, and he has found me. In the rain, the pavement shines like silver. All the lights are misty in the river. In the darkness,
The trees are full of starlight, and all I see is him and me forever and forever. And I know it's only in my mind that I'm talking to myself and not to him. And although I know that he is blind, still I say there's a way for us. I love him, but when the night is over, he is gone. A river's just a river. Without him, the world around me changes. The trees are barren everywhere, the streets are full of strangers. I love him, but every day I'm learning. All my life, I've only been pretending. Without me, his world will go on turning. A world that's full of happiness that I have never known. I love him. I love him. But only on my home. Thank you, everybody.
Mariella Salazar, y'all. That was awesome, right? Y'all weren't expecting that. You're like, oh, he's just such a good boyfriend, saying nice things about her and talented, the way you should. Nope, she is freaking talented. One more time, give it up for Mariella. And now everyone was asking for me, did she sing like that for you at home? Does she? What did she do? Make sure you go give her a follow, Mariella Salazar, on Instagram. Just don't slide into her DMs because I said I lay right next to her. I look at her phone. Who's got sliding into your DM? We banning them from the New York now. All right, let's keep it moving now. Let's keep it moving. Next coming up, and I think this is a great segue because I haven't mentioned it in a while, right? So afterwards, I'm gonna take like a quick break. You chill out, do what you gotta do, get your drink, talk to find a stranger you haven't met today and whatever. And then we're doing our karaoke, right? We're gonna do our karaoke, we're gonna do our singing. I know some of you are intimidated, like, God damn it, I can't sing like that. Well, most of the people who stay for karaoke can't, and that is totally okay. We're gonna have fun. Don't worry, Jacob, don't worry, I'll make sure my girlfriend doesn't sing at karaoke so we could all have fun, all right? Did you get your drink yet? You didn't? Okay. Well, don't now, because I'm about to get a poet up here, all right? But after the poet, then you can come. So, our host for our after party karaoke coming all the way from Jersey. He used to host karaoke online, and I saw what he was doing, and I was like, dude, you ever think about doing that at the cafe? And he was like, word, you think so? I was like, hell yeah. So he spoke to our executive director, La Bruja, and La Bruja was like, hell yeah. And now we've been doing karaoke for like 6-7 months. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage, Paul con Queso!
So, y'all see the corner of that bar right there? That's the sign-up sheet. My hype engineer, Matty Marroquin's holding it up right now. So y'all already paid. Y'all don't know, but you already done paid for a double feature. So we got karaoke. I'm gonna be throwing on 5 or 6 costumes. We gonna get letters in costume. We gonna get Matty in costume. So y'all should stay. So, how many of y'all have ever karaoke before? Raise a hand. Those who didn't raise a hand, tonight's your first night. Okay. So you can follow me on IG at Paul con Queso. If you don't speak Spanish, that means Paul with cheese. Because I'm a cheesy motherfucker. I'm gonna get into this poem. This is dedicated to my storm god brother. When he took over hosting duties a couple of months ago, I spit this poem, but I have not spit it in the New Yo. This is called We the Alchemists. Storm gods in the motherfucking building. Heavy metals once ruled society. In an age where blacksmiths and metallurgists shaped near everything of value in the sense they had to handcraft each weapon with such painstaking detail, and with so many being handheld, craftsmanship of these elements reigned supreme. But times changed. In came Industrial Revolution and rise of fire propulsion weaponry, from cannons to muskets to handguns to AR-15s, meant the power went into the hands of men who owned the very production presses which pumped them out. Shot off shotgunning a hard-on for this arms race meant our politics became ground zero for new colonization. The enlightened dark ages of capitalist meeting satyrs taking OBJ fetish-like dumps on the chests of all our kids, women and elderly, any and every vulnerable population, and thus started the game of death, trying to outwit the elements. Evil wrong superseding our human rights, and we teachers left in humming MRE with malignant diagnoses in our educational system's brainstem, tumoring our psychology, offer a secluded, fused constitutional clause to bear ignorance. Thus, when no other course for recourse, we chemists began renegating our lessons just to Breaking Bad classrooms and cook up solutions of Jesse Pinkman, product bleach, Walter White, us, the ones who knock. Is it any wonder how we die in such dire circumstances behind shoddily blocked doors, where we hold our collective crystal breath, growing blue in the head until our tongues shatter like plattered bricks of meth? Avatar: The Last Airbending, respiration back into passageways of tiny thoracic trails like Whitney waiting to exhale. Ain't that all we're doing each afternoon we send our kids to school? Unsure if that day will bring another shooting, and like Mary J. Blige, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna shed a tear. Though that's all I want sometimes. In these United States of NRA America, who value guns over their daughters and sons, students, relatives, frozen in paralysis, and as a teacher myself, I wish I had the means to help them no longer be frozen in fear, to help them let it go on some Elsa shit. These heretical events, even an alchemist like myself feels overwhelmed with, because when these elements seem untamable, when the atmosphere sparks butane combusting us into this hell on earth, no one could keep cool. But in these labs, on these slabs of iron and copper wiring microphones, we gon' make like some Spider-Man villains and break the mold like mad scientists. Let's science this bish and combine vital elements, no longer periodically tabling conversation stalemated and true as some intent may be. Their words mere hot air, noble gases released. But see, we are no longer here to champion first-person shooters, Call of Dutying for Fortnite's augmented reality, made reality as inhumane psychopaths on warpaths high off their own supply of helium, sauntering down hall, shuffling feet, carving path to cafeteria to pump bodies full of lead, heavier than any PB&J can fill a gut. Not a cobalt soul amongst these coppers, more nickel and dime, a dollar, dishonoring badges despite packing chromium, sideline satin cowardice, cowering behind thoughts of titanium rounds piercing palladium, all the while expecting kids and teachers to act as human shields. Self-sacrificing heroes with fortress-made desks and cartoon shirts acting as Kevlar vests. Still they display far more valor, bruised chainmail armor of arms, engineering strength pumped from hearts purpling amidst a war they ain't sign up for. Children of Krypton doing Earth's dirty work, scrubbing floors of classmates' blood, chlorine smiles while forced to file into schoolyards, serving more child burial ground than fluorescent light dripping practice prison yard it used to be. While arsonists of harmony drag asses of arsenic across Senate floor, filibustering life-saving legislation as they petty politic that the solution is more armed guards. More cops in schools, more gun-toting humans and less common sense, yet we, empathy's alchemists, make like nitrogen oxide and at last say no, spelling out what none had the balls to say long ago, demanding to defund sitting duck, useless fucks, disarming schools, stocking halls instead with harm reduction officers, social workers and counselors. Is it any wonder our profession is buckling under all this atomic weight? Burnout at the highest rate in history, spectating as administrators hit spacebar to say Jora, astronomical distance between us and solutions, it's basura, how they hinder our reaching students as humans, ensuring endless hurdles placed before funding, cutting arts, and then wondering why none of our youth have healthy vessels of expression. Those more than half-court supremacists far past the point like shooting guards, because when school shooters start, they don't stop officers' fourth quarter buzzers into overtime. Are we truly all right with our kids living on borrowed time? There's been a Jordan year since Columbine, 9 since Sandy Hook, and 4 since Parkland, yet there's less legislation today than there was in 2008. And the NRA be so NBA with public relations, long-range scoping damage control that aims to maim the kill laws, yet perhaps save our kids, and I guess it's beside the point, as they no like pass the buck on like Giannis on some other shit, triple-double, no assists. As far as lobbyists buying off Congress, they never miss. Post moves on Chamberlain. In the paint, AK spraying mid-range like Dr. J, finger rolling. Trigger fingers which full clip empty from beyond the arc. Chef Curry with the pot, Mike Breen, bang! It's good. calling another clutch dagger to the hopes of our home team, free throwing our kids' sense of security, because God forbid KKK conventions convened by con artists fighting to protect grisly rights to arm be stopped in the wake of 19 child wakes. I learned in 1998 from Washington, all it takes to change a bullet to a wizard is a bit of motivation. Some practical magic in the decision to dissociate from violence, to dissolve the name, the likeness, and instead invest in the idea of magic again. To let a child's imagination protect our decaying sense of togetherness. To allow their wands to guide us out from dark ages of arms gauging worth, reinstilling protection spells instead of killing curses. To return us to a time where witches and wizards would alchemy hope from faith and love, and the only precious metals worth their weight in gold worth uncovering when it seemed as though there were no sacred resources left to dig. Amalgamating transformation, patiently wading through this table of divinity conjured up, invocating our tungsten tongues, because we, not only are the stories we alchemize, to potential to thrive, they also just so happen to be elemental to how we all change the weather. Thank you.
Poco queso! And seriously, he makes the best mac and cheese. I swear to God, it's like got like 7 cheeses in it, and like you taste none of them and all of them at the same time. All right, let's keep it moving. Next coming up, he mentioned the hype engineer. I'm down to my last 3 poets. Please give it up for Matthew Marroquin. Matthew comes to the stage. 3 poets to go.
Wow. This has been a ride. So I guess I'm gonna come up here and say some words now. What word should I say? I'm gonna do 2. 2, one short one and one a little bit longer one, okay? Yes. This one's called the Salty Mary Poppins. It's about my mom. My mother has an umbrella for a spine. Butter knife blades cut through guardian angels as men drip from the sky like sponges, soaking up women from their playground puddles, trying to act like the sun above, evaporating the water into the black clawing clouds, dehydrating leaves from sprouting trees like the ones my mother stood under, beckoning of a load. Her spine creeping out of her neck, shaft springing open, its mango wings conserving its water underneath until the black clouds that acted as suns faded away. Sounds still ringing in her ears like plátanos fritos that were watered with the blood of guanacos. The mango wings rot and fold back in, rudder sliding down into the vertebrae, showing that only my mother was to survive the raid. Next one. This one I wrote a long time ago. I'm gonna read it now, because why not? Something comfy. Yeah! This is like my feel-good fave poem that I just kind of do whenever I don't know what to do. So this one's called Red. Yes, like the color, red. Apples are red. Didn't know if you know that. Fire trucks, they're also red. Just letting you know. In my favorite comic book, Spidey yells no in red. Red is the color of my 3rd grade soccer ribbon for participation. Red was the color of the dress you wore the day we first met. Red is the color of the sky when its tears fall to the earth. Red is my favorite color. Well, actually, it kind of only used to be. Red was the color of our good night, morning, and night texts. Good morning and night texts we sent to each other. The color of our favorite cafe where we had most of our dates was red. Red is the color of the Snapchat square I refilled to make sure I saw the picture correctly. Red is the color of roses like the ones I sent to you that morning. Red is the color of your lips when I saw you kissing him in that photo. Well, red is the color of the word no in my favorite comic book. The same word going through my head right then and there. No, 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 no. Red like the rage you had towards me when I tried to figure it out with you, hoping the picture was just a joke. Red like the eyes, like my eyes, filled with tears. Red is the color of my phone case right now because I'm kind of lost, but I'm gonna keep on going. Red, like the rage you had towards me when I tried to figure it out with you, hoping the picture was just a joke. This is where I was. Red, like the color of the word block that appeared on your name the next day. Red is the color of his car that I saw you in passenger side one morning. Red was, you know, that color red, that's, you know, the same color as apples and like fire trucks and the word no in Spidey's, you know, my favorite comic book, the color of his suit. Red was our favorite color. Red like the color of my shirt 6 months later. A teary red was the color of your eyes the day when you came up to me on that sidewalk. Red looked like the color of your phone case when you were showing me photos of him with other girls. Red was the color of the crosswalk sign when I tried to walk away. Red was the color of your nails when you grabbed my arm asking me to take you back. Red is the color of the word no in my favorite comic book. The words I said to you right then and there, I'm sorry, but no. Thank you.
Matthew Marroquin. All right, make sure we speak to our stranger before leaving. Remember that. All right, we are down to our last two poets. Next coming up, because I had a little bit of space, this gentleman told me he is from New Orleans, and New Orleans has a great art scene out there, so I'm excited to see what he brings. Please help me welcome to the stage, Wood. Give it up for Wood, y'all. Keep clapping, as he comes to the mic with his Stella. That's my man right there. He went to the bar.
Greetings, family. How y'all doing? I have not been on this stage since 2006.
Welcome back.
Thank you. And my lady love was like, you gotta read. You know, she make me write words like love and commitment. So you know, you got to do what she said. So in 2006, y'all know what happened in 2005 in New Orleans? Right, Katrina. So New York held me down and held me close for a minute after Katrina when I had nowhere to go. So I started writing this piece in New York. No, I'm lying. I wrote some of this piece in New York, but I never performed it here. So it's an old piece. It's dedicated to my city after Katrina. So I'm gonna do it for y'all. So give it. All right. You are the soul where souls find the soil to stand. Your garden hardened with thoughts of magnolias and verdure. Your seeds sprouting across the globe, and even when your bowl overflowed, the gumbo wasn't too spicy to keep us wanting more. So we feast on your false beliefs. Shout up at southern skies to shower us with voodoo and moonshine, or the strength of little boys on street corners with Sammy Davis stems pounding pavement while tourists find shit funny and children run after purposely unaimed nickels dancing down sidewalk. We love you with an ignorant curiosity, brushing your lips with only the hint of a kiss. Commitmentless carnivores whoring out your soul for beads and kickbacks. It's dreams we lack, so we drown in tears and floodwaters, swimming through deception and lies, show the high compromise and bring New Orleans back commissions. But this be Southern living, them closing schools and building prisons. Confusion, our new religion, got the billboards to prove it. Lost hearts and heavy movement, but soul you are worth fighting for. So I give you my words, for you have inspired me to aspire to be just a part of your history. Your memories paved with spirits of greatness that even the great flood couldn't erase. I am part of you, soul, left to die by those on high. For somewhere between the waterline and the color line lies the poverty line, so we stand in line for and overdue reparations, for patience where it's thin when all hope is done. And I know all politicians ain't crazy, but I can think of more than one. Through politics they stay connected, the people unprotected, the wetlands still neglected as you get dissected to the highest bidder. Oh, how I long to hold you, soul, but arms grow weak like levees. Hearts lay heavy with thoughts of tomorrow for the city that can't forgot. A governmental plot blamed on Mother Nature's fury. Vision blurry from media blast of downbeat broadcasts and circumstance they can never understand. No-name reporters getting famous off our faults, famous off our loss. Put New Orleans on the cross and crucified. They quick to catch the close-up, watch your children die. Evacuee/poet. Refugee/musician. Constituent/looter. Survivor/sinner, American citizen/great-grandson of a former slave, dancing on Congo squares and raised graves intramade to African drums and brass bands. I'm speaking in tongues with black mask and Indian chants. I'm fading from rooftops and superdomes. I'm screaming for help, just craving for home. To me, you are more than just a Mardi Gras mambo, more than black and catfish and gumbo. You are that jazz song I heard, then I realized music could move me. You are the muse of Cajun moons mixed with the heat of sexy southern humidity. You're the birthplace of civil rights. You're the reason why I write. You're the night I made all my wrongs and the morning I tried to make them right. You're the spirit of 7-ward hardheads still buried on the 17th Street canals. You're the song of 100,000 strong. From uptown to the east, they still begging to come home. So know that I won't leave you, soul. I'm gonna throw you to the wolves and watch them tear you to pieces. I can't give you back to those who couldn't keep you. I will gather your children from across this land, for you are the soul where souls find the strength to stand. New Orleans, you are not just where I live. You are who I am. And I don't know much, but I know I love you. And that may be all I need to know. Thank you, New York.
Oh, shit. You're going to have to move to New York City because you're going to have to be here every second Saturday of the month for Hybrid. Give it up for Wood! Whew. Now, you remember earlier when Kayvon came up, he got the shirt, the sweater that I really like and I really appreciated. He didn't wear the t-shirt. You remember that, right? Because he made me feel bad. I wasn't doing enough push-ups, right? Well, when Wood was performing, remember I told you about his family, how much love they give? You heard that loud whistle? That was from Kayvon's family. I love them. Give it up for them one more time in the back, please. I love it. I love that energy. That's when you know Kayvon is here. He brought his whole entourage. I love it. All right, we are down to our last poet. Sorry to be screaming in your ear. We are down to our last poet, and we are going all the way to Japan. Now, all of those who went, they know what's coming. We are actually known in Japan because this dude keeps hitting up the FM station. You Compose Cafe, you hear the poetry over there? I'm over there, you should check it out, And this is my man, Poetic. Poetic, can I get a mic check from you so we can hear you?
Hey, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, brother. This man is up early in the morning to hang out with us. Or maybe he stayed up really late, depending on how you look at it. Brother, I appreciate you all the time. I'm excited to have you on here. Let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Poetic.
Thank you. Thank you, advocates and Ron and New York poets. This month is not, a Nobel Prize month. So tonight I want to show you one of my favorite Nobel Prize author, Garcia Marquez pieces, non-fiction novel, Chronicle of a Death Photo, which I remake into poetry. Title is Cosmos. And this piece is, I performed at the Monday Nights Open Mic last year. Theme was Cosmos, so I hope enjoy watching it again. So, come and go. Let us go and go. No need. Young girls, you are the his name was Santiago. On Monday in summer, last night was waiting together. It's Diablo, I'm Peter and Jello. We should go down to have fun. I'm a virgin, that was the reason. My dress has been straight and I'm torn. Pedro, okay. She answered, Santiago, 10 a.m. like a nightmare. Brothers took up their own gears, but you're not. Travel in and similar. Get up there and peppers. I make shopping from all Santiago's house. We'll talk about the plans to the customers. Carlos, close friend, brother. Did you hear last night? You spread fast, without five. The show began to fall. At 6, people get out the dog. Welcome, Bishop. Santa was there in a white shirt. There was sleep in his household. It was that dog. Only he and his mom didn't know. Also his best friend, Crystal. At 6:05, he and Crystal left for home. The bishop gone without calling at the port. Sancho drove by, closed his home. His fiancé pushed back his love notes. Indeed, there was not much love in the engagement that the parents shouldn't have. He often picked up girls, but didn't remember sleeping with Angela. Now the whole thing in your life and cuts me low, whether you like or not, it is watchable. After 7, Santiago returned to the plaza. Someone called out, but he was running sideways to the door, looking around. Go, brother stood up. Another creature closed the door, another son. She got a deep hole in his plan. After start, the door was bang bang. So she ran upstairs to the son. Nobody's room. When he turned around, was sash on the stomach. All his intestines exploded. His thigh also got deeply cut. He fell on his knees, the brothers ran off. He crashed away the mud, stand his guts. He walked half there around to the back. In the kitchen, covered in blood, feeling relieved, he finally died. Few centuries before that in Paris, King had killed his queen. The witness had a priest together sleeping. The Piazza had worn his thigh and knee. Angela, the Flora, who the queen's reborn. I wonder whether she got her revenge or not. God only knows. God only knows. Alone. Cosmos, 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 Cosmos.
Make sure that you go look him up on YouTube and on Twitter. You can find more of his stuff over there. Brother, thank you so much for staying up, for getting up so early to hang with us. One more time, give it up for Poeta. So we about to wrap it up. Well, wrap up hybrid. Then we're gonna hope y'all stay for karaoke and have some fun. But before we go, I'm gonna do something that I normally don't do. And I'm going to perform a poem myself. Now, as host, I don't normally do that because I want to make sure I have space for other people, but today is a little special because my son Letters is here. So I made sure to save this poem to the end because I'm probably going to lose my shit. So before I lose my shit, when I share my poem about my son, I want to let you know, check out nuyorican.org. We have so many things going on online here. You can find me online. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Advocate of Wordz. When you spell words, that's with a Z because, you know, poetic license. I'm from the Bronx, hip hop, what. All right. Thank you to Ron. Thank you to Huey. Thank you to Ralph. Thank you to Kenny, our staff here tonight making this possible. So much goes on behind the scene. So much goes on behind the scene, and we get so much help. And yet it's people like me who get to host these shows and get to be the face of the show and gets all that love. And I love it. Keep giving me the love, right? But it really is. It takes a team effort, and I want to make sure that these people are recognized. Speak with them afterwards. Speak with yourselves afterwards. And yeah, let me get into this. I turn acorns into bombs and play wingman at the barber. Make a motorbike out of bus seats and fly to lands that man don't bother. Slip down slides too narrow for a 6'1" body. Just for the smiles I barter. All in the day's work of me hoping to become a better father. I got a billion yeses in reserve for when my son asks, want to play with me? I might let him curse on the low, but he will say please and thank you graciously. Like his pops, he tends to talk a lot, and he'll force you how to learn to listen patiently. But don't be alarmed if you see us walking down the street shooting imaginary laser beams. We like to do that. Every toy in the store that greets his eyes, I promise he's requested. And I keep saying no. Until he starts asking the right type of questions. Because I can't always be there to be an immediate intervention. So even in between the Millennium Falcon and Death Star, I sneak in a lesson. I'll be damned if that next Lego set is built by I. Let him throw a tantrum and huff and puff and sit and cry. Let him hold his breath, even put his own finger in his eye. I purchased said item. I'll make him earn it. And after he throws his fit, he'll try. May he learn that people only truly support those who are doing for themselves. And we are all just one lost privilege away from living in a hell. So carry a big stick. But don't knock others' hearts off their shelves. Morals emit rings and karma hears all told bells. Now, I don't know how Jacob sees the role of a parent. The end-all be-all of raising a kid is not what I'm declaring. By no means am I some super dad who's a serial seafaring. I just felt like the need for more sincere love poems was apparent. It has taken a child to make adult me feel self-conscious. Put me on the stage anywhere in the world and I promise you I'm thinking, psst, I got this. I can have slang sound proper, make malleable out of the obnoxious, but being charged to be the father of heaven's favor comes with no manual I stick in my back pocket. I show bravery when scared and hide a moon of fear behind a marble of courage. Indeed, mini-me has given me more than just a proverbial purpose. Yo, someone better tell Advocate of Wordz that someone's dissecting the validity of his verbiage. Every word, every connotation, every action is being broken down like PETA at a circus. So in closing, if my son wants to grow up and become a hippie who will cook and bake and griddle soy, or a Nuyorican poet, still unwilling to deal with his own complexes like a fickle Freud, the day he steps out from under my shadow will be one of bitter joy, because although he is destined to become a great man, he will always be my little boy. Thank you. Come up, Letters, show yourself. Come up, Letters. Come up, come up. The better looking, braver, smarter version of me letters. Give it up for him. One more time, give it up for my son. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna go back and watch the video. And if any of y'all didn't clap for my son, you are banned from the New York for life. I'm just saying. So, we're gonna wrap this up. I hope y'all enjoyed yourselves. I swear, please meet someone you haven't met tonight. Just one person. Just speak to them. How did you enjoy the night? This was my favorite part. This was when I had questions, and holy crap, this was awesome. Right? Speak with people. If you want, share your social media. Kenny, the bar is still open, right? The bar is still open. Go get your drink on. Jacob. No alcohol, all right? I still got you on that drink, just no alcohol, okay? Thank you very much, Jacob. Appreciate you. Oh, the New York Mets fan, we still here? Are the New York Mets playing right now?
Yeah, you made me turn my phone so I don't know.
Oh, snap! That means they're losing. That's what it is. That means that they're losing. Thank y'all for coming out. We do this every second Saturday of the month. I hope you come back or join us on Zoom. Thank y'all to those of you who joined us on Zoom and either gave a poem or just watched and listened. We got karaoke afterwards. Please stay. Please stay for karaoke. Rock out, sign up for it. Ron, let's get some music so the people can party. Thank y'all for coming out, y'all. Appreciate it.